If you're heading to a dealership to buy a car, you may be in for a shock. Not only are salespeople increasing costs above advertised prices, but many of their parking lots have been left nearly empty. That's after a global chip shortage led to a fall in production, and that's due to the pandemic. Social distancing measures and shutdowns have affected factory output and slowed supply chains. With each car using about 3,000 chips, it's not possible to drive without them.
The connection between COVID-19 and the semiconductor shortage is that within the foundries, the production lines, if there are infections, clusters, or large-scale infections in areas and countries where there are not enough access to vaccines or vaccination rate itself is very low, to contain the pandemic first and then to resume the production, it's causing delays.
In the first few months of the pandemic, automakers estimated that people would buy fewer cars, so they reduced their orders for microchips. But instead, sales increased, and by the time they realized, chip manufacturers had shifted production to fill orders for use in other products.
Car manufacturers are pushing on their governments, whether it be Korea or Germany or the US, to say, hey, can you help us? Can you push us along? You cannot push this along because the ceramics come out of the Netherlands and the metal comes out of China. And that's where they can put the squeeze on people, increasing the cost, limiting the supply.
Toyota is the world's largest automaker by sales volume and was the last in the industry to be affected. Having stockpiled chips, it was ahead of the change, but wasn't able to replenish supplies after a resurgence in COVID-19 cases across Asia. With its supply chain cut, it's having to slash global production next month by 40%. And many other car manufacturers are also slowing down, including General Motors, Ford, Nissan, BMW and Renault. But it's not only cars that could be affected by the shortage. The semiconductors are used in a wide range of industries and products, including smartphones, planes, games consoles, and most modern appliances. As the chips fall short, analysts are recommending people put the brakes on buying a car until at least next year. Burdon-Manley, Al Jazeera.